everyone. Welcome to another episode of Life
Unscripted.
Unscripted.
Today we are talking about finding your balance in life. First, in regards to balance,
hmm
we have to start this. Uh, Finding balance in your life, it's something we all struggle with. Everyone struggles with. But
Yeah,
to put it in words is basically managing what you can manage, understanding what you cannot control, and acting accordingly. So it's basically you need to put certain actions in your life,
set priorities.
set priorities, and set certain categories. I'll give you an example. You set a category for the things that you can control, and and the second category is the things you
Things
cannot,
out of your hand.
like acts of God or something.
Force majeure.
Exactly. So you need to understand the difference between those two, because in order for you to actually find your balance, you will need s- uh, to know the difference between your yin and your yang, between what you can actually control and what you can't. Because if you think that you can control something that you cannot, it'll end up controlling you.
Yeah, it's a useless stress.
Yeah, it'll introduce stress, it'll
Yeah, like
introduce.
stress over the things you actually can handle and you might find a way to get out of, instead of stressing over things that they're out of your hand and
Hmm,
you just have to accept them.
exactly. And it'll also give you let you make you feel more vulnerable in life. Because if you think that you could have controlled something and that thing was out of your control, you'll feel weak to it. You'll get anxious about it. You'll basically feel like you're powerless.
Hmm.
But this is very important because it helps in maintaining your well-being. You need to always think about what's best for you. I know
Yeah.
it kind of sounds selfish, but Jordan Peterson once said, "How can you?" Uh, I'm paraphrasing. How can you organize the world if you can't organize your own home? You have to start with yourself, with your inner home, to start with
Makes
your
sense.
outer home, to go to outside. So,
True.
you
Change starts from within.
exactly. So it's very important to, when you get to certain problems, certain obstacles in life, hurdles, you need to know how to accept failure and accept winning gracefully. Because
Humbly.
humbly, yeah, you don't want to be that jackass that says, haha, I won.
No, but you also need to treat yourself as a congratulations.
You treat yourself as a congratulations, but
Rubbing it
without
in. Okay,
rubbing
of
it
course you're not
into
gonna
other
rub it in.
people. Exactly.
Except your friends. You can rub them. You can rub it in.
Ah, true, true.
Ah, come on, they're your friends. If they're not gonna take it, who will?
Exactly. Uh, so you have to understand that failure is the most important thing.
Yeah, the only difference between a successful person, you said that I think last time,
Yeah,
right?
the only difference between a
Successful
successful person
person
and
and
a
failure.
failure is that the
One of them did
successful,
not give up.
exactly,
He kept on moving,
he
kept
failed
getting back
time
up,
and
and
time and time and again, and he went through it.
yeah, exactly.
He learned, he evolved through it.
Yeah, failing is just a lesson. It's not a dream
Hmm,
destruction or
exactly.
relax. You learn something, you're not gonna fail at it
Hmm,
again this way. This is how we learn. This is how we go through life, through experiences and failing. Succeeding is just it's I don't know, but having it easy
Mm.
is a recipe for
For failure,
for
yeah.
failure and misery.
You always see it.
Learn how to fuck up. Just
Mm.
struggle, fall down, get up, move on.
Look, you always see it in movies, in real life even. Like you see that the parent builds a company, builds a freaking conglomerate, but the kids that were born during the times of success and the amaze and the riches and all that, after the parent dies and gives the company to the children, the company goes to shit.
Most of them, yeah, but you can't involve all of them,
I'm
but
not saying all, but
mostly,
you
yeah,
you
because
see it
they don't know what
sometimes.
struggle is.
Exactly, because
As
they.
soon as they fall into some sort of mistake or
Mm,
they're cornered in some way, they just
mm.
crumble and fall.
Exactly, you see it in. You also see it throughout history. I'll give you an example. Uh, Alexander the Great had an immense empire. Why did it fall after he died? Because the people under him did not manage it well, because they did not fight as hard as he did.
He never fought. He just sent his
It,
army.
yeah,
The
you
guy
know what I
lost
got.
because he got a fever and died.
Go for Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan conquered the fucking world, man.
Exactly, but his children fucked it up 3 generations, maybe 4 generations later. The entire
Kind of.
the entire Khan
It's not.
dynasty,
It's not heard of anymore. Yeah.
it's gone. Even though there's like 84 million people that are directly related to him right now, maybe even more. But the great Genghis Khan that ruled the world, 50 years after he died, everything was gone because his children did not live through the struggles that he did. They were born when everything was peachy.
Everything was handed to them.
Everything was handed to them. They do not know the joy and the feeling of success after you've worked hard on something and you fail time and time again,
Yeah.
and then it
And
works.
you hear a lot of billionaires like Steve Jobs did it, and Bill Gates also.
Mm,
They said that they're not gonna give their children any amount of money unless they actually
exactly.
go to school, work hard for it, make
Exactly.
their own money,
Mm,
and then they can inherit everything after they die. But
mm,
till then, just work and live your life.
mm,
They want them to struggle, not have everything handed to them and every door just open for them
exactly.
because their father is that successful
Mm.
billionaire. No, no, no. Just do it on your own.
Do the
Try to
work.
overcome
Yeah.
your struggles, fail on your own, and learn
Mm.
from them, but keep moving and be successful on your own.
Uh, I go through this. I know a lot of programmers go through it. Uh, every programmer goes through. We write code, we fail, we try again. Write code, fail, try again.
Because
Write
it's
code,
hard for
fail.
you to find a mistake when it could be as simple
It
as a
could be a
fucking
very. It could be a
comma.
semicolon. It
Yeah,
could be
fucking
a comma
comma
or a
or noun or
semicolon.
just in an entire code,
In a thousand
pages of
line
codes, yeah,
code,
pages of codes.
there's like
There's this
w-
tiny mistake, and for you to find it, it's gonna take you as
hours
much as it took you to actually
to
write
actually
the
write
code.
the freaking code.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I imagine. Do you actually delete it and rewrite it?
I've done
Isn't
that.
there a certain program or something that can
Look,
find the
there are
mistake?
things that can help, but uh, in certain, let's say, programming languages, there aren't as available assistants as others. Like for web development, for React, for example, what I do, there's a lot there. You have something called the ESLint, you have something called IntelliSense in VS
It's
Code.
fucking instant
Yeah, I know. They're like baby programs that help you
to find the
with your
mistakes.
problems if you forgot a semicolon,
Do
forgot
they
a
correct
comma.
them or they
No,
just
no, they
highlight
they
them?
just highlight them. You just go and correct it.
Mm, okay.
So they don't give you the answer. You have to go and work for it.
Okay, where do you find these programs and softwares?
Uh,
Maybe some web developers want to know that. Maybe you can
most of what
advise
I
them
use,
on.
they usually just are the industry standard. Everyone
Have access to them.
has access to them,
And
and
knows
everyone
about them.
recommends them.
Okay.
So it's not like I'm using something out of the blue. It's the same shit that everyone use. I just
But
use
maybe
them all the
there's
time.
people who are just starting out
I
and
I just use the standard things like VS Code for coding. I use IntelliSense. I use something called Prettier to indent the code properly, so you can see the errors. You can see the functions and all the indentation if it's correct.
alright, that's
Like
nice.
that kind of stuff. Um, Also with facing failure, you need to have the
You need to accept it.
you need to accept it. Yes.
I know. Talking about experience as well. In trading, when I first started trading,
Hmm.
I remember the first time I lost. I closed trade and I lost.
Hmm.
I was so eager to reclaim it,
Exactly.
to like reverse it. No, 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 I didn't lose. So I started trading like crazy,
Hmm.
just going into trades for the simple purpose of just, no, 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 I'm gonna get that money back. I'm gonna get that money back. I
Hmm.
could not accept that
Failure.
I lost
Yeah.
this trade. And I learned that just take a breath.
Yes.
It's fine.
It happens.
It's a part of the journey. It's a part of the process. There's
Exactly.
winning, there's losing.
Hmm.
You're not gonna win everything.
Yeah.
Still gonna lose. Keep your calm. Do
Hmm.
not let it overwhelm you
Yes.
because I made stupid decisions like going into ridiculous trades. I don't think I even thought about it. I just saw something like fuck it, I'm going in.
Hmm.
I'll reclaim the loss that I did. And I ended up blowing my entire account. I blew my entire account because I got greedy and I
Yeah.
could not accept that I failed
That
and I
yeah.
actually ended the day in a loss. I
Hmm.
could not accept it.
Yeah.
Even though millions of traders,
Hmm.
professional traders, are like, yeah, we all have losing trades. It's part of the process.
Hmm.
And I, an amateur, just could not accept it. I could
Exactly.
not accept it. And I blew my entire account because of that. So, yes, accepting failure is a huge part in the learning process.
Also, in accepting failure, you have to understand that in order to accept your failure, you'll need to put your ego aside. Because your ego sometimes will uh, convince you that you're right, that whatever you
Will
did
always
was right.
interfere. Yeah.
So you need to always go on an objective point of view.
You need to keep your emotions in check.
Yes, you need to manage your emotions, and you need to understand that your ego, even though it's very helpful in certain places, it can also be very harmful in others. You need to know how to manage your ego properly.
So,
Because I'll give you an example. Andrew Tate says it all the time that people that just like he's telling people that if you do this, you'll be successful. If you do this, because uh, I'll give for example his university, the
the
real
real
world.
world. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally millionaires teaching you how to become a millionaire in in their respective fields.
Hmm.
If you don't trust, if your ego doesn't let you trust that these people know what they're talking about, you, you are an egotistical dumbass.
Yeah, you're a narcissist.
Exactly. So you need to know how to manage your ego and put it aside in
Business.
not even in business
When it comes to business.
when it comes to anything related to failure, because not accepting a certain failure, it's not learning from it. In order to actually benefit from a failure, you need to
Yeah, yeah, that's
decompose
true
it
actually.
and take
and
the lesson from
and it
it.
goes to all kinds of failures, even
Mm.
in businesses, like you said, and even other than businesses, like
It can go anywhere in your
the fear
personal
of
life.
rejection, for example.
Exactly. If you
Like,
hit on,
I know a lot of people that
mm,
will not approach women to ask them out because they're so
they're
afraid
afraid of what they will say.
it will
Yeah.
hurt their ego
Mm,
if they get rejected. So they
exactly.
would avoid the situation altogether. I'm one of them.
But the thing to conquer that, it's like look, it's like when you
It's a
have
numbers game. It's
no,
just
no, no, it's not even a numbers game.
it's a numbers game.
It is, but it's like look, it's like a sword. In order to cultivate that piece of steel and make it an actual
Mm.
sword, you need to beat it again and again and again and again.
Okay.
Not like that. Again and again and again and again and again till it's refined. You have to
There's a lot of jokes in my head.
yeah, I know. You have to grind it. You have to sharpen it. You need to go through hell because it's literally the blade is literally put in almost lava for
Oh
it
yeah,
to go out
definitely.
as
It
hot as
wants
it
to be the
does.
sword. Yeah, it's
Then it gets quenched or something. So uh, you need to go through hell to surpass certain things. But
yeah.
going through hell is what? Is failure over and
But
over
yeah,
and
this
over
is
and over.
100% an ego problem.
Exactly. So if you let your ego control what you say is right or wrong, that
You'll be afraid to do
you'll be
everything.
afraid of anything.
Yeah.
There's there's something that's been going through Instagram for a while. It says one day or day one, aka one day I'll
Mm.
do this, or today is day one of doing this, of getting there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And there's a quote actually in my gym. انت ظاهر when you're going out, it's written on top. Someday is not a weekday.
Someday is not a weekday.
Uh, no, actually, sorry. It's there's 7 days in the week. Someday is not one of them.
Is not one of them. Yeah.
So you also need to basically trust the journey that you're going through.
Yeah. But one last note on
Mm,
accepting failure. Andrew Tate once said something. I don't know if it was during his podcast or he was invited
mm,
into another podcast, but he said something. Why you should accept your failures is because at that moment when you did that task that failed, at that time you did not know
any
any
better?
better, sorry,
Yeah.
any better, right?
Mm,
You did what you thought was right.
mm,
As long as you did not get lazy with it, you actually put your everything,
mm.
and it still failed. It's okay because at the time
You didn't know
you
any
did,
better.
yeah, you didn't know any better. That
So
was the
now
point.
you learned. You
So
learned what's
why
better.
would you be upset about doing your best?
Yeah.
And that resonated with me, and
Mm,
that is one way of looking at failure because I did, didn't I thought it was right at the time,
mm,
but now because of it, now I know better. I'm not gonna
exactly.
fall for it again, but
Mm.
I'm also not gonna regret it because I did what I thought was right.
Back to regret. Uh, you need to trust the journey that you are on. Like again, I'll go back to the sword.
Mm.
It went through hell. It went through coal. It was red hot. It was if it was a person, it would have been in agony.
Yeah.
But after that entire journey of getting heated, cooled, then hit, heated, cooled, hit, heated, cooled, hit,
It
I think
became a refined sword.
it became a refined blade. So you need to learn to trust the journey that you're on. Because if you
You need
think
to
about it,
endure.
other than that, if you think about it, whatever happened throughout your life led you to be the person that you are today.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's really hard for me to regret anything because
Hmm.
if it didn't happen, I
I
might
w-
not have been here.
exactly. You wouldn't have that
Yeah.
mindset. You wouldn't
You
have
know,
that.
the theory about time traveling,
Hmm.
like
Which one?
if you go back to the past and let's say there's a fly
Ah,
flying
the
around.
butterfly effect.
Yeah,
The butterfly effect, yeah.
kill it,
Yeah, it
you
can
change
make a tsunami in the future.
everything.
Yeah,
You
it's
change
a
everything.
chain reaction. Exactly.
So if I start to regret one thing or another that I did not do back then because I
Yeah,
didn't know
you'll
anything,
spiral
yeah,
into helplessness and
maybe
depression.
I'm here, I'm somewhere right now
Mm,
that I'm fucking amazed at. I'm
exactly.
proud of myself. I love where I'm at. But if I change that one thing or that one failure
Mm,
was actually a success, I might not been here right now.
exactly. I think about it in my own life. 4 years ago, hell, 2 years ago, I was not the same person I am today. I was a completely different person. But because a lot happened
Yeah,
in
this
the
is
past two
growth.
years, Tibet, in the past 2 years were not easy at all. But it shaped me to the man that I am today, which I am very happy where I am today. And I'm looking forward to what I will be tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the mindset.
Hmm,
And you couldn't have reached that if you didn't struggle
exactly.
back then. But what did you always do? You trusted the journey. You
Exactly.
trusted the process.
You need to
No
trust the
matter how many
process.
times we fell down,
As long as
if
you
you have
keep going
one
back up,
dream
just trust the journey.
and you have enough ambition to pursue that goal,
Hmm,
just trust the process. Trust that
exactly.
you're doing your best and everything that you can.
Hmm,
Because if you are, trust me, you're gonna reach it one way or another.
exactly.
Just trust the journey. Nothing that happens to you is actually related to, oh no, okay, I'm never gonna reach that. I'm never
Hmm,
gonna make it. No, 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 no. You just, it might take a bit more time, but eventually you
it,
will get there. You know why? Because you're fighting for it, you're not giving up, and
hmm,
you're pushing forward. And that's what's important.
true. Okay. Uh, let's jump to the segment
All right, here's the dice.
where,
Start.
yeah, let me start. Oh dear God. Four.
For
Yeah,
self awareness.
self-awareness. Who deserves credit in your life that you've been slow to acknowledge? I'm usually the kind of man that has in my brain that always give due where due is
Mm.
uh,
Always give credit when
always
credit's
give
due.
credit where credit is due. That's it. So no one really. I always give credit to the people, even though it was slow. I admit it, but no, I gave the people that deserve it credit.
Yeah, that's perfect. Always be humble and accepting and grateful.
Exactly.
Dear God.
Sec.
Oh God, what is it? Life lessons. What the fuck is wrong with me on life lessons every time? What piece of advice would you give your younger self if you could?
Oh shit. Think of the butterfly effect.
What piece of advice? I don't know. I don't think I'm in a place where I can give advice on my younger self right now because I haven't really accepted my younger self yet.
Hmm.
I'm working on it. I'm with my therapist.
Hmm.
I'm building up to it, but if I had to give advice, I think I'm gonna give the wrong one because I haven't accepted it yet. So I'm afraid what to say.
If you don't have anything, it's okay. It's understandable.
Piece of advice. You know what? It's exactly what we just talked about.
Trust the journey.
Trust the journey.
Hmm. Good. I was
Everything
thinking
you're
about
going
that.
through right now, you're gonna find the light at the end of the tunnel
True.
because you're gonna come out of it and it's gonna be something great.
True.
That's my advice to my younger self. Trust the journey. Don't give up.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so this is it.
So this
So
is our
this
episode for
is
today.
our episode for today. Thank you very much for watching, and please, again, if you have any comments, if you want a certain topic for us to talk about,
Don't hesitate to let us know and
Uh,
share with this
share
with
with this
everyone you
with
know.
everyone you know if you'd like to.
If you
And
think it's gonna be helpful to you or
yes,
others, just share it.
we just want to get our message to as many people as possible because we want to help people in certain areas.
Because we do know that there's a lot of people out there who feel unheard and unspoken to, and we're here to let you know that you guys are not alone. You're not
Exactly.
alone. We've all been
Exactly.
through this and it sucks, and just we're hoping that this could help you tremendously in any way possible. So please share with us your thoughts, like, comment, follow, share, and tell us everything, criticism, whatever you like. If there's a certain topic, let us know.
And just for reminder's sake, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Spotify.
Spotify.
They're all Pod Life Unscripted, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, you guys. Hope to
Yeah.
see you next week as well.
See you.